You know what's so funny? I was watching this video of this woman who was actually complaining about the food from the homeless shelter. And that video was actually a piece of another video of a woman expressing herself about how she felt about her complaining about the food at the homeless shelter. And the woman said, "You don't have any gratitude for the fact that somebody actually gave you food and you're an able bodied human being and you can work." And that shit drove me crazy. I was just like, you know what? It dawned on me. I said, wait a minute. The difference between the homeless person on the street and a person in a house is what they believed in. And you know, a lot of people say things like, this person had this person had that, and they got on drugs and, or, uh, they made bad decisions. You know, I'm willing to say, I think it's four things that put people in poverty: a curse, unfortunate events, which could be karma, generational curses and stuff like that, drugs and alcohol, and mental illness. And number four, which I think, mental illness, same thing. Number four is a lack of mindset. And when we talk about a lack mindset, what is that? You know, it's so many different things that almost have nothing to do with money. You know, money is new to our spirit. We are ancient beings. We have reincarnated over and over again through our bloodlines. You know, we were our grandfather. If you watch Avatar, you see how he went back in time to absorb all his power. You know, meditation can really do that for you. Um, I feel like a lack mindset is, what they call a poverty mindset, or a lack of abundance mindset. And that is because, we go through experiences and we become traumatized and we generalize, circumstances, situations, events. I try to tell people, you know, don't get too emotionally attached to something that happened to you, because you really absorb it and it becomes a part of your synapses in your brain. And you're like going through events in life and you're like, you know what, that was like this and that was like this, and this is your mind. See, what you could do is really raise the bar and be in a high vibrational state. And then that way you don't got to worry about what your mind says to you, because you know it's foolishness or it's just logic, meaning that, two plus two is one, your brain's a little AI, and you really have to get control over the mind. And you really need to learn how to balance your emotions. Some emotions don't come from you, some things are from, like I said, it could be spell work, not just curses, negative energy, jealousy. That's why I recommend that people, go pick these bracelets up at your local bodega. You can order them from me. I'm on Etsy. I'm going to try to put my links in. And it really does keep you on a smooth flow. These are evil eye bracelets, and, depending on the color that they have, they really help you out energetically. And, they really do manifest a different destiny, because you might not know, but you project and, you manifest your life. So we'll talk about it in another video. My whole thing is that, it really broke my heart when that woman said that, because my grandfather was a pastor of a church. And, when you think about all the things you have to do, the responsibility, the spiritual battles, the tears, the breaking of the ego on the rock, to have a church or to have a 501c3 that's nonprofit and no one believes in your dreams and you can hardly find employees, to, actually try to find food drives and try to deliver the food. People don't even understand what goes into that. The fact that somebody would even have a heart to even create that for people. I know we have other issues that need to get straight in society, but come on, you know. So the woman exclaims, well, I could see you needed a handout, but you got a nerve to not even be grateful. And I said, that might be why she's homeless, or facing circumstances of poverty. And she's saying things, the woman that was exclaiming in the video about the other lady was saying things like you have entitlement, and it's really it's ridiculous. Like, how could you even think that you deserve good food? I mean, we all deserve wonderful food. You know, a little salt and pepper could lighten up a lot of things. But when you are in a situation, like I just remember I did have situations where, I had to use my check to pay my rent and I ain't have food. You know what I'm saying? Like I either felt ashamed to call anybody and I had to, um, eat what I had. And what I had wasn't very tasty. I made it the best I could. I was, about 18, living on my own. And it was really hard for me to like really make things happen, make ends meet. But with what they call faith and, gratitude, I was able to understand that you almost have to trick yourself. They say lie to yourself, but it's not that. It's just like this world we live in pumps the ego. Your ego is a mind within you that is like making you think it's something, even from the past when it's not. Ego is not, I'm flashy. Ego is literally like your mind, and it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like basically your identity. But then how you actualize things, and how when you generalize circumstances, I go through this because I have